KristenKellyTV. So today I'm going to be doing my first part of my baby Q&A I asked on Instagram. If you guys have any questions, you guys had a lot of questions. So I'm gonna go over some of those questions. When you're pregnant, apparently when you get sick, it takes forever to get over it. So I'm sick and I can't get over it. All right, so the first question was, how far along were you when you found out you were pregnant? I answered that in the last video. What was your and Thor's first reaction? So I was excited, but I think I kind of answered that in the last one, where I was kind of shocked. Like, I didn't really think I was pregnant, if that makes sense. I was kind of more so like, oh, well, this can't be real kind of thing. And Chris was more of like a normal person, where he was like, well, we were having sex trying to have a baby, so you're pregnant. Any baby names you decided on? So here are my top names for boys and girls. For a girl, I love the name Winter. Winter has been on my baby name list, I think, since I was like 11 years old. I have just always loved the name Winter. Also, the baby's due date is on the winter solstice, which is the first day of winter. And Winter has always been the name that I wanted for a girl. And the fact that it's in December, Winter also goes with that. And then Yuki is my dog's name, and Yuki means snow in Japanese, and I love snow and I love the name Yuki, so I think like Winter really goes with that and that theme. We also live in Boston. However, I was referring to the baby as Winter, and Chris said Winter. And I said, what did you just say? And he said, Winter, the baby's name. And I said, oh, that's not gonna work. So I don't know if I can name the baby Winter, because Chris has an unbelievably thick Boston accent. My second baby name for a girl is Savannah. I love the name Savannah. I think it's so beautiful. Well, when I say first, because I have like 3 or 4 top names, it doesn't mean that the first name is like, I'm definitely gonna go with Winter, because I do really like Winter a lot. However, Chris does not really love the name Winter. My dad really likes the name Winter. And my father also really loves the name Lana. Like, that's one of the names my dad keeps saying. My dad is like, Lana, Lana, like I love the name Lana. And Chris has not really given me any name, to be honest, because he doesn't like anything. Like all the names I've come up with, he doesn't like. He doesn't like Savannah. He doesn't like Winter. I love the name Chanel. He doesn't like the name Chanel. He doesn't like any of the names I come up with, but yet he will not give me any names. And he's like, I just, want the baby to have a beautiful name. But every single name I come up with, he doesn't like, so I don't know. And then my mom for a girl is like, I'm like, Mom, I don't want it to be a normal name. I don't want it to be an average name. And my mom's like, what about Lauren? And I'm like, Lauren is an extremely average and normal name. And then she's like, well, what about Christina? And I'm like, I just said I don't want an average name. My mom's like, what about Melissa? Like, all the names my mom's coming up with are very like average, normal names. And if it's a girl, I want her to have my name as her middle name. So yeah. And then if it's a boy, I have one name, and that name is Ocean. I love the name Ocean. It's strong, it's beautiful. I don't know anyone named Ocean. Oh, and Winter and Ocean are gonna be spelled normally. All these names are being spelled as normal. They're not being spelled with like Y's instead of I's or any of that. I also, if I was gonna have twin boys, which I know it's not twins, I would love the names Rain and River. I have a lot of names that if it was twins would go together. Like 2 twin names would be great. I also really like the name September, and I really like the name January, but Chris is know about September, know about January. I love Wednesday as well, and Chris was know about Wednesday. So every single name I say, he says no, but at the same time, it comes down to it. Who's pushing this baby out? Me. Who's naming this baby? Me. You know, Chris should just be happy with the fact that he's getting the baby's getting his last name. And that's because we're getting married. If we weren't getting married, that would not happen, but we are. So we'll all have the same last name. Also, I've never really cared that much about my last name. I haven't never really enjoyed my last name. If I loved my last name, then I would be like, oh my God, yes. Like if my real last name was Kelly, like if my born last name was Kelly, yes, this baby's last name would be Kelly. Because I love that last name, but it's not. I also love the name for boys, Wolf, Forest, Hunter, but once again, just Ocean. Ocean is it. So if it's a boy, the baby's name is Ocean. What was your biggest struggle so far with pregnancy? I have not really had that big of a struggle. I have not been sick. I have not really had that much, you know, I really haven't really struggled. Like there's another girl in my class and she is about the same pregnancy wise I am. I think she's like maybe a month more than me. And she has fainted, she's been sick, her blood sugar has been low. She's had a lot of issues like throwing up all the time and I haven't had anything. So compared to her, I feel really lucky in the fact that I'm doing pretty well in my pregnancy. I would have to say though, that some things that are definitely weird is that I'm tired a lot, I have a headache a lot, and doing things like, I brought this little table over here like with the flowers. My friend Chris got me these as a baby gift. I love them. And I'm just bringing this like 20-pound table over, I was out of breath. How people work out like when they're pregnant, because I'm really finding it, like I'm really finding a struggle moving and doing things that I normally could do pretty well. Will you continue to live where you are or buy a house sooner than you had expected? We will definitely not be living where we are. We were already planning on moving because this place is already really expensive. We paid $24.50. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. I have not done a tour yet. I'm going to do a tour soon. The reason I haven't done a tour is that every time I was like, oh, maybe I'll do that, you know, there's some reason I haven't done it, but I definitely will do a tour. But this place is so tiny. I mean, I did a tour in my last place that I lived, and I think I lived there for like 3-4 years, and I did a tour right when I was moving. So maybe I'll just do the same thing, like tour before I leave. But this place is so small and it's a luxury building. Chris and I each pay $150 for each of our cars. We also pay for all the utilities. It's just, it's so tiny. There is no way we could live here. So we're probably, I'm so sorry. This is like all day long. This is me coughing. We're probably going to rent a place and then we'll probably buy sooner than we probably expected. But yeah, we definitely can't stay here. But my lease is up in January and the baby is coming in December. So that's gonna be quite a time. What did your mom say when she found out? So I talked about that actually in the last video, like how my parents reacted, because we told them first. This person asked, are we going to do a gender reveal? So we are going to do a gender reveal, nothing spectacular. I don't really like all those things where it's like, you know, bows or boots, or, you know, like, is it going to be a cupcake or a stud muffin? I'm not really into that. Is it going to have a vagina or a penis is more of my game. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do exactly for that. What kind of birth are you planning? Natural or epidural? I was just talking to my doctor about this. I'm not sure yet because I really want to do a birth in a tub, in a bathtub. I would love to do a birth in a tub. However, if you do a birth in a tub, you cannot have an epidural because the epidural makes it so you can't move your legs. So you can't be in a bathtub if you do the epidural. My mother did not do any type of medication because she said that it was like unfair to drug up your baby pretty much and have your baby come into the world all drugged up. And it's not that. That's not the reason I don't know if I'll do an epidural. I don't know if I'll do an epidural because I handle pain extremely well. I also think women handled giving birth without an epidural for a really long time. So I think what I'll probably do is, excuse you, Yugi, my dogs are running around. What I'll probably do is if I need an epidural, I will get an epidural, you know? So I'm gonna say natural. However, if the time comes and I just am, it's like excruciating pain and I need an epidural, then I'll get an epidural. If I don't need it, then I won't get it. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what to expect. I've never given birth. When do you find out the sex? So we got a piece of paper that has the sex of the baby on it. I think it was it our 20 week? So right now we're at 22 weeks. At our 20-week ultrasound, we went in and they wrote it on a piece of paper for us. So we have the piece of paper. We haven't opened it yet, but I've been having a lot of dreams and the baby in my dreams has always been a certain sex. So I think that is it because I'm very psychic and my psychic abilities have never let me down. So, but do we for sure 100% know? No, but it's on a piece of paper because they do that at around like the 20-week ultrasound. Do you want a boy or a girl? I definitely want a boy and a girl, many boys and many girls in my life. I would love to have 2 girls, 2 boys. I just would like to have, I want to have a bunch of children, definitely. And I would like to have their genders kind of be grouped together, you know, so like, because I never had a sister and I was the last one born. It would be nice to have a few girls and have a few boys. I would love for this baby to be a girl. I would. Because this is my first baby, you know? So I know no matter what the gender is, I'm gonna dress this baby in pink, and no matter what the gender is, this baby's gonna be wearing makeup. This baby is gonna be so beautiful, and Chris is gonna come home and this baby is gonna have acrylic nails on. So if it's a boy or a girl, I don't care. So Yuki's like, that's right. So but I would really like it to be a girl because I'm just such a girly girl. I love dressing up. I love pink. I love all the typical like really feminine things. If it's a boy, I'm still gonna do all of those things with him. I just feel like I'm gonna get a lot more hate for it, say online, because I'm gonna post pictures and I'll post pictures of him in a whole pink tracksuit. I already bought a pink tracksuit for him or her. So I know that I'm gonna get a lot more, I already know I'm gonna get hate because I'm gonna do crazy stuff. I'm putting this baby in beauty pageants. I'm doing tons of crazy stuff with this baby that I know people are probably gonna hate on me for, and I don't care, it's my baby, I can do what I want. So it would be better, I feel like, if it was a girl, but regardless, it's gonna be very loved. This person said, what is new and changed in your life? What foods have you been craving? I don't really think much has really changed since being pregnant. I definitely talk about the baby all the time. Like all the time. To the point where Kristen and I kind of had to sit down the other night and talk about the fact that we need to not talk about the baby as much. Because every conversation we have is about the baby. Everything's about the baby. Every time I text him, it's about the baby. It's always about the baby. And sometimes it's hard because we don't have the baby here yet, and when the baby comes, it's gonna all be about the baby anyway. And when, you know, we're on date nights or we're at dinner or we're doing something and I start talking about the baby, you know, and then I'll go buy clothes and he's like, and I'm like, why aren't you super excited about this outfit? And he's like, well, like I am excited. It's just, you know, you want me to be like overexcited about everything. Like, oh my God, look at that hat. Like, ah. And he's like, I am excited about the baby, but you're more excited about dressing this baby. I have bought so many outfits for this baby and they are all pink. They were all light pink or hot pink. So I really hope that this baby loves unicorns and pink because that is all I'm attracted to. Like literally every outfit, I'm like, oh my God, pink. Oh my God. Like all of these are my favorite colors. Are you going to let the baby watch the Bad Girls Club? Yes. I mean, yeah, of course. I don't know at what point. That's a really good question. I've never thought about that. You know, it's weird because when I was on the show, I didn't have sex with anyone. I didn't hook up with anyone. And I always thought about the fact that, well, when I get married, my husband will probably look at it, which is, you know what's funny is that Chris has never seen Bad Girls and he doesn't care about it. But, I mean, and it was also so long ago for me. But I don't know. Well, I mean, the internet is readily available for everyone. So if the baby wants to watch it, they can. I just don't know what age. I mean, honestly, like, I could give you an age, but kids are so technologically savvy that this baby is probably going to be like surfing the internet at like 7 years old. So if the baby sees like a poster or, you know, sees something, or I don't know, if the baby has any questions, this baby is probably going to be able to surf the internet way sooner than we all even think. I mean, kids that are going to be born now, they're probably going to be surfing the internet when they're like 2.5, I don't know. But when would I be like, oh, here's a DVD, watch your mother? I don't think ever I would be like super excited to be like, look at your mom being a drunk mess. But at the same time, I am not embarrassed, nor am I ashamed of anything I ever did on Bad Girls Club. So, like, yeah, I definitely was a train wreck at sometimes. And like that whole fight with Christina where I was a major bully to her, which I apologized to her and I apologized multiple times about. I saw myself on TV and I was disgusted by my actions. However, I learned from that. And yeah, I'm not embarrassed by any of it. I just don't know I don't know when I would show the baby, you know? Like, I'm sure the baby's probably gonna Google it before I, you know, ever can talk about it. Do you miss hosting AfterBuzz? I do. I miss hosting AfterBuzz so much. It's weird because I really do not miss living in LA. Like when we went, the last time Chris and I went to LA was like 3 months ago. We went to go get my car. And I honestly can tell you, I do not miss living there in the slightest. Like, I love Chris. I love Chris's family. I love my school. I love my friends here. I'm so happy living in Massachusetts, living in Boston. I really don't miss living in LA at all. And when I went there, I kind of was like, wow, I just like wanted to get back. I didn't even care about being there anymore. But I do really miss AfterBuzz. I miss working there. I miss the people there. I miss hosting. I really miss, like, so we would host on Tuesdays, and Tuesday was always like, you know, I would do my hair, my makeup. I would spend like a few hours doing my hair and makeup and putting my outfits together. And I really loved that because now, like, I really don't do my makeup. I don't have any makeup on right now. Now I don't do my hair. I don't do my makeup. I don't really pick out a nice outfit to wear and go out. Like when I go to school, I wear the same thing every day, you know? So it was nice having that like glamorous day. That was kind of like my glamorous day. And then I would go in and everybody would always be like, oh my God, I love your outfit. And it was nice. And I always loved the people I hosted with. Like I loved, like when I was hosting with Kayla and Camilla and Jessie, like, and I just loved hosting and I loved meeting the girls and everything. Who's the father? Are you married? If not, why? So yeah, my boyfriend Chris is the father. We are not married. Why are we not married? I just think timing wise we're not married. But yet I am still waiting for that huge rock. Mochi, what are you doing? Hi. But yeah, I am still waiting for that engagement ring. Why aren't we married yet? I think it's just honestly a time thing. And can I just say that planning a baby shower is so stressful, and I like really haven't even really started planning it. I've just been like looking at stuff to the point where it makes me think like a wedding is so chaotic and crazy and so much money for one day. I don't even know if I'm gonna want a big wedding. Honestly, I think that I might just want like a tiny ceremony, and hopefully I'll have a big ass house and then I can maybe just have something in my house. Someone said she looks sick. You know what's funny is they took my photo and they put it onto one of these like bad girl fan page things, and all these people were like, she's so pale, she needs to go into the sun, she looks like mayonnaise. I'm just a really white person. And I feel like that's so racist. Like, I would never say about somebody, like, oh my God, why is that person so black? Like, why is that person so dark? Like, I find the same thing with white. Like, people are like, why are you so white? Why are you so pale? Why can I see your veins? Because you can. And going in the sun is very bad for you. Are you planning on breastfeeding? I am definitely planning on breastfeeding. However, like I've said before, I'm planning on breastfeeding, but does that mean I'm gonna breastfeed? I don't know. I'm definitely gonna breastfeed the first 5 days because you have, I forget what it's called, but like the nickname is liquid gold, which the first like 5 days, it's not real milk, it's more of liquid gold. And it has like, I guess, immunities in it that the baby really needs. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but it has stuff in it that the baby needs in order to fight off the world. So I'm definitely gonna do the first 5 days. I'm gonna try to breastfeed. I mean, I'm gonna try. I've never had a baby before, so I don't know. I mean, I might try to breastfeed and it might not work. From what I've heard from people is that sometimes some babies won't breastfeed. I don't know. I did not breastfeed from my mother because my mother was on a lot of medication, so I couldn't breastfeed from her. I don't really think that there's that big of a difference. I know that you have to breastfeed in the beginning, but after that, I probably, like some people like, well, you can pump and then you can store the milk. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Once again, this is my first baby, so I'm pretty damn clueless. This person asked, am I feeling any cravings or any morning sickness? I have not had any morning sickness whatsoever. I have not thrown up at all. Cravings, I was really craving mustard for a while. Like, I was eating mustard on everything. I was just eating mustard with chips. Like, I was just like loving mustard. I literally could have like ate an entire like jar of mustard. I just loved mustard. Now I'm kind of over the mustard. I've been drinking ginger ale. I probably drink like 5 ginger ales a day, like 5 cans of ginger ale. And I've never been like a huge soda drinker. So after this pregnancy, that's something I'm gonna have to like wean myself off of. Also, like McDonald's, I went to McDonald's today. I never liked McDonald's. I love McDonald's now. I've never been a big sweet eater. I've been eating so much sweets, like sweets and salt. Like salt is so good right now in sweets. Like I have almost on a morningly basis have had Chris make me either French toast or pancakes for breakfast because I have just been loving like the butter and the syrup. So definitely like salt and fat. I feel like just like sweet and salt and cookies, stuff that I never really was like a huge fan of before. Now I'm like loving. This person asked, did you plan to get pregnant? Yes, we did. Congratulations, thank you. This person asked if I have anything that helps with morning sickness. I just never had morning sickness. This person said, you and Chris haven't been together for 5 months, so I don't think this is his baby. Definitely have been together. Chris and I officially became boyfriend and girlfriend on Christmas Eve. So we're probably going to have this baby with us on our 1-year anniversary. So yeah, we have not been together a very long time, not even a year. However, I have to say, I'm pretty old. I think with age, you understand stuff. Like my last boyfriend, we were together for 4 years and I never wanted to have a baby with him. I never wanted to get married with him. With Chris, literally, we were discussing having kids before the first time we ever had sex. So some people you know, and I think that after living as much life as I've lived, sometimes you just know.